Hey guys, Tim Forrest, timforrest.com. I'm excited to share with you some tips and tricks, ideas about going on television with your food product. I've been helping my clients go on television, get it press and go in the media for the last 30 years. And I'm excited to share with you some tips, tricks, and ideas on how to take your food business and be successful and effective when on the air with news shows, talent, day shows, different food networks, different programs like that. So we're going to jump right in. Got a full details. Hey, thanks a lot. Do you have an upcoming appearance on air on a television show, a news show, day show, the Food Network, etc., and you're thinking about and seeking methods and ways to be successful? I'm excited to share with you some tips, tricks, and ideas on that today. We just had a tremendously successful show today in Good Morning Washington. If you don't know, I'm timforrest.com. My clients have been on national television shows, on the Food Network, QVC, local news channels, going on 30 years. I've got articles on my blog about this as well, but I just thought I would share with you just some real quick an overview of all the prep that went into the work that we did this weekend and preparing up for today's airing. So the first thing we did is we talked about the simple. We want to talk about the menu and the quantity. So number one, you want to focus on either one item or group of items that are grouped for some reason. There's some subject matter, holiday, something coming up. That's what we were working on, is around a holiday theme. And so our products were appropriate for that. And then you want to think about the amount that you bring. My recommendation is you treat this as a catering opportunity. When I say catering, I mean you treat it as though it's catering. You're not going to get paid for it in income. It's going to be it's very beneficial for you and your business and brand to get television exposure in your market. What I want to do is treat this as a catering opportunity with the potential to make everyone happy, share the buzz and excitement around our food brand, and then also get invited back potentially for other opportunities, other food shows, be invited back either yearly or on different holidays, whatever's appropriate for your specific product. The next piece that we did, we wanted to work and get our talking points and actually have them written down on a card. Don't worry about exactly, this is a different card, but don't worry about bringing a checklist of your talking points. You want to cover that. The news people have that. There's no reason for you to have to memorize everything. You're only going to be on for a few seconds, so you need to be organized and have your succinct talking points to run through exactly what it is you're going to share when you're on the air. And you might want to leave that 3 to half a dozen items on your list, and you will be very, very focused because you only have a few seconds, literally only a few seconds to go. And that brings up the other point about timing. So we prepared for 3 days. We worked on a lot of different items. We worked on make sure we had the right product. We wanted to have the right presentation tools to serve the product. We wanted to make sure we had everything as far as ingredients, so it'd be very easy when we go today. And you just want to have it. We even had special signage. We labeled things. That's something I always do whenever I work with media appearances. I know years ago with the Food Network, we were working with a particular show, and one of the differences was the labels. The labels that we had on our product made all the difference in the world to the actual on-air piece and how we worked. You want to get there plenty ahead of time. You're going to think about traffic. You're going to have 2 hours, at least 2 hours, possibly. You may have more depending on where you're located, but you're going to have 2 hours of traffic, an hour there, an hour back. You need to get there, and I would suggest an hour ahead of time minimum. They're going to give you exact time when you need to show up, but get there early. And then you're going to have a pre-interview period. It's going to be at least 30 minutes. And then on air, you're only going to be on air, literally. You're only going to be interviewed for a matter of seconds. So this could be 30 seconds. The most it's going to, I have seen it was a couple of minutes, but you're going to be on there for seconds. I mean, it could be as little as 10 or 12 seconds. As long as that's positive and a great 10 seconds, it can mean massive amount of exposure and benefit for your brand. When you're actually finished and closing up, wrapping up after you're through and off the air, be sure to ask your producer, associate producer, whoever your contact is with the media outlet. Ask them, how did it go? What could you have done different? How could you have improved it for potentially next time? And be sure to share with them how much you enjoyed it, how happy you'd be to come back again. Also, the other piece in pre-planning, one of the things that I've worked on a lot with my clients over the years is lighting. I can remember we did a national segment almost over to, almost 20 years ago. Worked on a national television segment with a client, and the lights were such an issue. So they weren't accustomed to. It wasn't the fact that they were on air in front of the camera. It was the lights. The lights were an issue. So that was one of the things that we did this weekend. We practiced lights, lots of bright lights, and just talking naturally in front of the lights, and it was wonderful. Today, the lighting was not an issue. Talked about logistics and getting there in time and planning and having your presentation piece. Also, we were prepared. We have some cooking involved, and so we had a couple of tools in our chef's bag so that we could present well for the event. And you want to do the same thing. Make sure that your presentation is perfect. And the last tip was so important. So many folks don't take care of this last piece when they work as far as some earned media that they've accomplished, that they're going to be in front of the camera, they're going to be on video on the television or in the paper. They don't exploit it. And what am I talking about exploiting it? I mean, we want to put it on your website. We want it in the footer potentially of all your emails that go out. We want links to the video. We want to have copies of the video, photographs so that we can share that in your bio on anything about your company. We want to share this online and social media. There's opportunities for you to do stories and to include it in segments about your company. There's just so many opportunities. You want to continue to use this media, this earned media, for years to come into the future, and to share this with potential future customers when we're talking about the brand and how important it is in your community and in your market. Yeah, I hope these tips help. It's always an exciting time. It's just so much fun to work with my clients when we do things with the media. I can remember different projects where we've been in the Wall Street Journal, or we've been on television, we've been in newspapers, USA Today, the Washington Post, different local newspapers, on television, national television, QVC, the Food Network. It actually is one of the key exciting things about growing a brand, and it's so important for your food brand. If you have any questions, send me a note, tim@timforrest.com. If you've got an innovative product, we want to talk to you. I'd love to talk to you about your growth plans and what you're doing with your food product. So jump on my schedule, timforrestmarkets.com, and it's timforrestmarkets.com. Or you can go over to my website, timforrest.com, takes you to the same page of the site, and book a call and let us be very interested to learn about your growth plans, and let us talk about what it is you're doing. I'd love to learn more about your innovative food product. Have a great day.